Welcome back. This is Marc Rudov, branding advisor to CEOs and author of 3 books on branding for CEOs. And my latest, Duped Again, Why Sophistry Works. Important book for today's topic. You've seen all of the mayhem and chaos on college campuses nationwide. Hamas supporters. Hamas is a terrorist group. I've documented a lot of this on my page, thepoisonivyleague.com. Pay it a visit. And when you're there, you'll see a pop-up asking you to purchase Duped Again. I hope you will. Today's topic is why Hamas is winning the propaganda war. Propaganda is an old word. It goes back in history to the origins of the Catholic Church. There's a street in Rome called Via di Propaganda. But the father of modern propaganda is Edward Bernays. He's also the father of public relations from the 1920s. Joseph Goebbels, Hitler's propaganda minister, learned everything he did about propaganda from Edward Bernays. And then he taught the Arabs. They learned it very well, and they're using it effectively today around the world. On October 7th, when Hamas attacked Israel, Hamas went into high gear, blaming Israel for the whole thing. Half the world believed it. So it's been very effective. Now what we're seeing on the college campuses is a disaster. Why is Hamas so effective at propaganda? A couple of reasons. One is that Jew hatred, aka anti-Semitism, is very old. It goes back to the Romans. Caligula hated the Jews because they wouldn't put a bust of him in their temple. Today, you have empty-headed kids going to school. They literally know nothing. Why? Because they have bad parents. The consequences of bad parents. Spoiled brats who know nothing and hate everything. And one of the reasons they hate everything is that they're taught that the world is made of oppressors, the whites and the Jews, and the oppressed, the blacks and the Muslims. That's how they look at the world, and it's pathetic, and it's dangerous. Shakespeare said, an empty vessel makes the loudest noise, and it's true. Listen to them screaming things like Hamas is not a terrorist organization. October 7th wasn't that bad. It didn't happen. The Jews deserve it. And it's going to happen again, and we can't wait. American kids are saying these things. They've been radicalized. When you have nothing in your head, nothing in your heart, it's easy to radicalize you. Last year, I made a video about how to manufacture a mob. You look around and you wonder, how is it that these riots are occurring on all the campuses simultaneously with pre-printed signs? Because they're organized and they're funded. Let me show you the slide again. This is how it works. First, you have progressive parents who don't discipline their kids, especially a weak father. I've said before, what's missing in today's society is the ass-kicking father. I guarantee you, the kid who goes into Hamilton Hall at Columbia, writes graffiti on the wall and destroys furniture, never had an ass-kicking father. The kids are going to Marxist schools, K through graduate school. So it's not just the Poison Ivy League and all of the universities around the country that try to emulate the Poison Ivy League. It's kindergarten. It's elementary school. It's high school. It's all of it. They're taught all the time that Israel is bad, Israel is an oppressor, Israel is an occupier, Jews are bad. They're taught this all the time. Do you think they would be protesting like this against blacks, against gays? When China takes over Taiwan, will they be protesting? No. Did they protest when Russia invaded Ukraine? No. They hate the Jews. Then you need a riot organizer and a funder. Here I have the People's Forum. run by Neville Roy Singham, a rich American who lives in Shanghai, China, big Marxist. He's also aided by George Soros and the Rockefeller brothers. Then take Qatar, the nation that's harboring the leaders of Hamas. The biggest funder of American universities is Qatar. Then you have the propaganda messenger. TikTok, the biggest one. They tell the kids where to go, when to go, how to go, what to take, what to say. Then finally you see the angry Gen Z robot, and he's angry because he doesn't want to be part of the oppressors. And at the bottom, you see the picture of by any means necessary from the river to the sea. That means destroy Israel, get rid of it. It doesn't deserve to live. The Jews don't deserve to live, etc., etc. Now, finally, I'm going to show you a video, hat tip to Anthony Cabasa, showing kids, maybe your kids, at UCLA, bowing down to Allah. Islam means submission. They're now converting to Islam. Your kids, perhaps. This is unbelievable.
Hello, everybody. It's me again. I'm here because I believe in freedom. Have you guys not? Sorry. I come from a place that
Not what?
has never been a single Christian. I'm sorry for the last 75 years.
Sure.
My family got out in 1948, and I got to go up there and sit up. The US doesn't feel like my home, and I can't go. Under apartheid regime. I'm sure you guys can relate in some way. That's under a brutal occupation. I'm outside. I'm inside. I'm not going inside. But it's told me to stay outside. Us being here.
And you need submissive kids to do all this damage, to believe in the cause. Once they're submissive, again, they're easily radicalized. And that is why Hamas is winning the propaganda war. Kids who come from good homes don't accept this Marxism, don't accept this Jew hatred. Kids who come from bad, weak homes do. And we see it playing out. Again, please read Duped Again, Why Sophistry Works. Get it at dupedagain.com. Israel would have won the war against Hamas months ago had it not been for Joe Biden. Joe Biden is another reason Hamas is winning the propaganda war, because he's been playing both sides, catering to the vote in Dearborn and the vote in Minneapolis. Those are the biggest pockets of Muslims in the country. There are twice as many Jews in this country as Muslims, yet he's catering to the Muslims, and he is offending everybody. If the IDF would just go into Rafah, and God willing those hostages are still alive, this would be over. But it's not over because of Joe Biden. So he's the other reason that Hamas is winning the war on propaganda. This is Marc Rudov from marcrudov.com. Am Yisrael Chai.